Hey guys, this is Works in Richmond. It's my first scope from my very new shared office space, which I love very, very much. And today I've had a visitor, and I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to introduce him to you guys. His name is Simon Osborne, and he's from Practical Workplace Strategies. And I just thought we'll have a little chat, and maybe later on I'll take you on a bit of a tour of my space. So hey Simon, how you doing?
Hi Desi, well how are you?
Hi, thank you for visiting today,
Oh, it's
and
good.
thanks for joining me on a little periscope experiment.
It's great, nice little offices.
Nice little offices, thank you. So we haven't, I've just had so many amazing people visit me, including yourself. And just wanted to share some of your insights around leadership and workplace, I guess, challenges that people can face, particularly within larger organisations. So to really kick things off, so if you could just let the guys know that are joining us on this scope what it is that you do and how you really add value to organisations.
Sure, the work I do, I tend to characterise it as helping create great workplaces for people to work in. In the end, when leadership and culture are constructive and people are fully engaged, you not only have incredibly productive people, but they really enjoy being at work. They want to be there, and they will add to business results. It's not soft and warm and fuzzy stuff. It's actually really hard numbers in terms of creating value for the business.
Fantastic. And when we're talking, I guess, effective leaderships over your 30-year span career, what are some of those characteristics that you see every time come up as the great leaders of these workplaces?
I guess for me, the three key areas where great leaders or very effective managers and leaders excel is creating excellent communication. So often people say to me, but as a manager, but I keep communicating and no one seems to listen. And so many people who are working with that manager say, but he never communicates or she never communicates. The issue is it's really important to focus on that, and if the communication isn't being heard, try a different way, do something differently. Don't just talk to people, don't just send out emails. There's got to be a variety of communication, but seek communication back as a manager. The second area for me is the number of leaders and managers who simply do not like and do not do well is providing performance feedback. They avoid it, and of course in their head they're saying, oh, but this is really hard, it's going to be terrible, and the more they do that, the more they put it off, and then they rush it, they do it at the last minute, and of course it is terrible. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Rather than making the time for it, doing it regularly, having that open and honest discussion with people, that then creates the workplace, the environment, the communication, the feedback that creates great workers. And probably the biggest one is trust. So on top of communication and providing feedback, trust has to be paramount for to have engaged people. And there's a whole lot of ways in which to create that trust. The thing is, rather than go through them all right now, probably the thing to remember is if you are open and honest and transparent as much as possible. If you can't say something, tell people that there's some information that I can't share with you yet, but I will as soon as I know that I can. But keep to those promises. What you say you'll do, you must do. And so communicate effectively, provide feedback well, and create and establish trust.
That is awesome. I mean, that definitely nails it. When I think about really great leaders that I've worked with and worked for, they are certainly key characteristics. And when you come up the opposite side of the scale, when you think of challenges people face in the workplace, would it be the direct opposite?
Absolutely.
Of that? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably the trust one. The challenges are when decisions are made without involving people, and people simply just walk away in their head. They don't necessarily leave the organisation, but they tune out. The American expression is they check out. And when you've got a whole lot of people who've checked out, my view is that you lose trust in bucketfuls, you gain it in spoonfuls. The challenge is noticing that it's starting to flag and being able to be prepared to be a bit vulnerable and win it back.
Fabulous. Where can people find out a little bit more about you, Simon?
Pop onto my website, practicalworkplacestrategies.com.au is the best way. There's some information there about the whole organisational model and the sort of work I do.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you for your time. Congratulations on your first Periscope, and hope to see you more and have you back here again.
Look forward to it, Desi.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.